Hey guys, happy Fridays. Welcome to the Friday in your Max Salary Week. Today we're going to be talking about matching your job to your priorities, and today is actually a day of being grateful. We express gratitude every day. That's part of our habits. My habits every night before going to bed, despite whatever is going in my life, I really express thanks because of all, for all the things that I have. Even in the middle of adversity, it's important that you do gratitude, that you express that, and you're conscious about it. It's an intentional plan of our day. And so we're going to be discussing a lot of that shortly, and it has to do actually a lot with matching your job to my priorities in the way that I've done it for myself. This week we're very, very thankful to Dr. Lara Hochman. She was in our podcast, Design Your Physician Life, talking precisely about that, matching your job to your priorities. And in the past, I remember whenever I went to look for a job, it wasn't necessarily about my life priorities, being younger. It was like, what are the benefits, the location, people talk about location, and what the salary would be, and conditions and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you see, on average, physicians change jobs at least, some time ago, at least 2.5 times in their lifetime. So it's not common to see many physicians stay in their first job. And nowadays that we have all this communication amongst ourselves, trying to beat burnout before it gets to us with all the resources that we have, it's important that we realize that this is possible. You can choose a job that you can really like, and if you do this based on your principles, putting that at the top rather than choosing, location is going to be very important, especially if you want your family to be here and there. But if you put your priorities at the top of your job, that's going to give you a job that's going to be more satisfying and longer lasting, hopefully, right? And the things that we're doing for physicians trying to beat burnout stem from that, right? I've been through burnout myself, and because of that, I've chosen to coach physicians. We created this mastermind, never thinking that it would be such a long endeavor and in depth, and all the satisfaction that we've had this week has been amazing in our podcast as well. So I invite you to to listen to the podcast with Dr. Lara Hochman, so that you listen to her story and see how she's helping physicians now find the job of their dreams. I want to take a little bit of a turn here and show gratitude, express gratitude to my team, to my family, and everything. This has been a very special week, and we're going to start first with the opportunities that we've had. We are right now in the middle of the Leverage and Growth Summit, guys. And then, Kate, if you can please write the link there for the Leverage and Growth Summit for physicians. It's where our Max Salary Mastermind was born. We were there at a conference a few years ago, learning about how physicians can really look for opportunities outside medicine that will help them within medicine, and other ways where we can bring entrepreneurship into our lives. And that's where the Max Salary Mastermind was born. And from being a participant now to being a coach in that conference, it's been amazing. I'm truly, truly grateful for that. We also now have in our mastermind, we have one of the physicians who, if you're a physician at times, and like anything in this world, the only thing that's for certain are two things, right? There's death, that's for certain, and change. And there's this particular physician in our mastermind who was really applying for a residency, and that residency now it doesn't exist. And he sees himself without that residency. It's like, what do I do now? So looking for alternatives. We are now working on a YouTube channel for that physician. And we are very grateful because this week we had a wonderful coach in our mastermind. And Mo Darwicha came to us. He actually has handled YouTube channels for The Rock, for Kevin Hart, for Serena Williams, and for many people who have been successful in their careers. And we had him in our mastermind, so we're very grateful, coaching this particular doctor who didn't know if what he was going to do. Residency closed, and when you see yourself going through these careers, like, oh my goodness, these are my dreams are being crushed. And actually, in the middle of adversity, there's a lot of things that we can find and where there's light. And maybe this was the right thing for him at the end of the day. So we're very grateful for that. We know that it's still not, the dream of you doing your careers in residency, and that right now is a little bit of a detour there, but we can find solutions for that person, so we're grateful for that. The other thing is that during the coaching last night, we were talking to this other physician, and this other physician had just like 1 week ago was told that in 2 more weeks they're going to be cutting their jobs by 50%, and this person is like bringing a lot of the income to their family. So it's really a true concern about what's going to happen next. And being able to coach this person last night and give alternatives, that was really a moment that was very special. And it's, I'm very grateful for that. And this person was also very grateful for the opportunities and giving them alternatives. So in the middle of what, adversity, again, we have these opportunities. Thinking about what you're going to do with your priorities, that's what we're talking to this person. They have right now a period of time where, what do? Do they just concentrate on doing something that they really don't love, but it's going to give them like money right away, but it's going to take them to doing something that they will love at long term? These are the things that you have to think about, and then you write those down, you create your vision, you create your plan around that, and your principles are going to be there. So very grateful, both of us, to have that interaction last night at the Leverage and Growth Summit. And then I'm truly thankful today as well, because there's this little channel in Spanish here in the United States and through all Americas. It's called Univision, and they mentioned, they had my profile posted as a leader in the community, in the Latin community, the Hispanic community. So I'm very grateful for that. And it's all because of all the adversity that we've had in the past, and then choosing to do things following our priorities, our values. And that's it for today. I just wanted to express gratitude. I wanted you guys to know that even though as a physician we have many challenges between our patients and ourselves, there's a lot of help that we can get from each other. This community has really been great. I'm very grateful to it, for it. I feel like I found my tribe, and I just wanted to tell you that it's possible for you too. I invite you to go and check out the podcast, Design Your Physician Life, with Dr. Lara Hockman this week. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here because she's following her priorities, which are their family, and she's on vacation with them. So we are grateful for the time that we had with her in our podcast. And I invite you to review not only that episode, but other episodes where you can find inspiration. And keep joining us week after week. We'll be back here again. And now, talking about priorities, I have to go because my family is waiting, and it's going to be a very short live today. But I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.